There you go. All right, here we go. All right, we're live. Man, Captain America's a dick. All right, folks, welcome back to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier after show. Welcome to SF Comic Book Company. This is what we do every week, every Friday after the MC shows. We're going to be doing this after show. We did it for the WandaVision. Go check those out if you saw WandaVision. One of some cool recaps. So episode 2, the Star Spangled Man. So welcome, Sarah North. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little sleepy today, but that's okay. It was a transitional episode. I think we're on the same level, me and this episode.
Yeah, I think it was definitely like a setup for some stuff to come for sure. Yeah, we'll try to keep it nice and sweet and time wise today. Nip, how you doing?
I'm with Sarah. My energy level is low today. I had a rough day. It's been one of those damn days.
Yeah, so all right, man. So all right, let's get the hell out of here. All right,
this was a good episode. It kind of
5-minute episode. Let's get out of here. No, very good episode. A lot of shit to go through real quick. Fun episode for sure. So all right, so let's go dive into it, man. So we start off. We get some more with John Walker. I guess that's his wife or girlfriend that he was talking to in his high school locker room. Get some more insight into who he is and what his motivation is. So it looks like he's just kind of a regular soldier dude. And we get to meet Haskins, his fake Falcon sidekick. They had is a diversity hire, I guess. I don't know.
That was weird.
Yeah. And then we get this funky beat of the original Captain America: First Avenger, his theme song when he first came out as Captain America, doing the show punching Hitler and stuff, the little theme. So we get the little funky band version of that, which I really loved. So Sarah, what do you think of this whole opening scene for Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I thought, crap, am I going to like this guy? Because, he was so nervous, and his friends were picking on him to say if he was going to throw up. And then, I played the saxophone in the marching band, and I went to band camp. So anytime there's a band, I'm in. I don't know. It actually made me like him a little bit. Until he started the interview, which, by the way, was this supposed to be in the morning? Because it was dark out. Were they there at 4 a.m. for Good Morning America?
I kind of thought the same thing, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was dusk or something. Yeah, you can't get kids to wake up that early. I don't get that.
Filling a stadium at 4 a.m. for this? Come on, that's crazy. Yeah, so I was really on board with him until he said that Cap felt like a brother, even though he never knew him, and I was like,
Yeah, you're trying to play that role, oh yeah, I'm cool. I knew Captain America, kind of. Yeah, no,
family on some level. It's no, you weren't. Stop it.
Yeah. That first scene, you're right. That first scene kind of humanized him a little bit. You're like, oh, okay, maybe this guy's not, maybe this guy has some good intentions. But then, later in the episode, you're like, oh no, this guy's a dick. This guy's an asshole. Yeah, in the comic, he's the same kind of way. He's kind of the same way. He he's kind of a dick too. He's kind of manic. He's kind of all over the place for sure. So it's going to be I'm glad they're going with this route for sure. Nip, what do you think of this opening scene?
Yeah, similar thoughts. This dude just seems like a prick. Initially, they kind of tried to throw you the curveball where it looked like he was going to be you feel sympathetic for him, he's going into this role. He has all this pressure on him. But then he just, he comes out being a prick, and
he opens his mouth.
Very, very Haywardish. Very Haywardish.
He's Mephisto.
He's Mephisto.
Yeah, he's definitely Mephisto. The Cap in the comic is famously he got replaced and a U.S. agent took over, and he's kind of a dick in the comic. So they're definitely it's on par with the comic for sure.
Now, was his name actually Captain America in the comic, or was it just U.S. agent?
It was Captain America. He was Captain America first. Whoa, it's about to get down. Yeah, he was Captain America at first. Then he was Captain America took up the mantle of the captain, and then John Walker. When Captain America came back to being Captain America, he became a U.S. agent in the comic.
So confusing, basically.
He get like progressively more annoying throughout the episode. So like started off pretty good, and then
it's great. I dug the writing here because they built him up so much in that one opening scene. He met his wife, girlfriend, whatever. He met his friend. He kind of saw like he's nervous, and then systematically they just kind of like brought him down. Oh. Like even when he first met Bucky and Cap, it was like, oh, you kind of like, oh, they're kind of being a dick to him, and you kind of sympathize. But towards the end, it's like, oh, okay, this guy's an asshole. Fuck Cap. So
power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much.
We saw that in one episode.
Big Leo 415. What's up, Big Leo? They really got Peyton Manning as a new Captain America. Skip. Yeah. He looks like the lost Peyton Manning brother. It's like Cooper Man.
He reminded me of like Mr. Incredible. I felt like his jaw was
does look like Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely have that vibe. Yeah, I like the cross photos with the character from Up with the Captain America helmet on. Yeah, he has that wide face. So all right, so we go back after that. He gets interviewed on TV. We get see Bucky looking salty as hell, like sitting there looking at that what's going on, this travesty that's what's going on. We see some more of the Flag Smashers and stuff. And we get Bucky and Falcon coming together finally after no interaction at all last episode. They finally get to have some interaction. I love the discussion too about what are we dealing with, androids, aliens, or or wizards? Yeah. So, what'd you think of this whole setup, Sarah? Their first interaction, that little combo. Well, I thought of you when they were talking about that.
The wizard. Yeah, I love a good wizard. No, I love that line. I mean, we saw it in the trailer. It's so hilarious. But I was kind of like, wait, when did they get back together? Like they were separate the whole last episode, right? And then they just kind of met up for this mission.
Yeah, I guess they're like part of like some special missions force, I guess. So I guess maybe they've ran some missions before already, or like I guess they're in the same under the Shield banner, maybe. I don't know who they're working for.
Okay.
But Walker and Hoskins are definitely working for another sect of the government. So they even mentioned they're free agents. So they're I guess they're doing some pro bono work for the government, I guess.
Right.
Falcon needs to start getting paid because he needs to pay for that damn boat.
Seriously, he's got to have a way to get a loan. Come on, guys. They're funny together. I didn't think the chemistry was like 1,000% there yet, but I'm hoping we're building to that, and this is kind of getting in the flow.
Yeah, it was definitely a good start of their. You could tell they have. Yeah, I like their interactions in Civil War when they kind of their little moments together. So you could definitely feel. But by the end of the season, they're going to be damn near brothers, and it's a good start for sure. It's that trope of the buddy cop movie. The 48 hours, Lethal Weapon, whatever, they hate each other at first, and by the end they're, saving each other's life and stuff. So, Nip, what'd you think of this scene here?
It was cool. It was fun to see him taking little jabs at each other, talking shit to each other. Like you said, the buddy cop thing, definitely, it was on that level. That's what they're going for. Standard like action movie type stuff, kind of like Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker type thing. Like yeah, mutual respect, but at the same time, like you can see that Bucky's pissed off. Like Bucky's really pissed at him.
Yeah. So. Yeah, because he makes a point later too, like, hey, Cap gave you this shield for a reason. Like he wanted, this is what he wanted from you, and you just gave it up. And he of course Falcon didn't think they were going to turn around and just make some new Cap. Like he kind of got dicked in the deal too. But yeah, so we get some more of the Flag Smashers. We see some more of their their interactions. We see the girl who played Infant's Nest in the Solo movie. She's like one of their leaders. We also find out, it's a girl from Solo. We get to see, Torres again. Of course, Torres, Leo breath knowledge. He's the Falcon, the new Falcon in the comics. That's a horrible costume. I hope they don't bring that to the stage. It's not a good costume. But he's the Falcon. He's the Falcon once Falcon Sam Wilson takes over as Cap. He becomes a new Falcon. So yeah, I haven't read the newest Falcon. Falcon as Captain America, so I have to check that out for sure. So I'm not sure, but he's in the comics, so he's in the show, so I'm sure they're gonna tie it in in some way. There's a lot of Easter eggs to the comic in this issue, this episode for sure. So we get the plan, go to Munich, and we get a big action scene on top of the trucks. Pretty cool, awesome action scene. What do you think of this action scene, Sarah?
I'm not the right person to ask about action scenes. It was cool. It was fun. I mostly kind of glazed over until it was done, and then it was like,
I want to hear him talk again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the best at like paying attention during action scenes. I like the part where they were under the semis or whatever, and then like Falcon,
yeah, that was cool,
and they were like rolling. That was fun.
That little girl kicked your ass. Pretty. That was good. The one-liners in this are great.
Nib should take the action question.
Yeah, I love the one-liners in this too. Like when he called him the White Panther, and so you go come back as the White Panther. So Nip, what do you think of this action scene?
This is right up my alley. I was loving it. It was well choreographed. You had some good fight scenes going on. I didn't expect Cap, the new Cap, whatever you want to call this dude, fake Cap.
In my notes, he's only
Cap Light.
Cap Light.
Cap
Hashtag
Light.
not my Cap.
Yeah, I really didn't expect to see this dude this early. I thought, maybe a couple episodes down he'd come in, but it was cool. You got to see like, well, that was weird too, like the fake Falcon too. Like, I didn't expect him to have like a fake sidekick, like, the same dynamic.
Bootleg. It's like a Wish.com Falcon. Yeah,
that was weird. But the fight itself was good. You get to see Sam and Bucky working with each other a little bit, so that was cool. Bucky. Sam had Bucky's back. He saved him when he was under the truck, like you mentioned. And the back and forth, they're still like jabbing with each other even while they're fighting, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I also liked John Walker's move when he like saved his friend with the shield.
Oh, with the shield. That was a cool little moment. Yeah, for sure.
I thought that was creative, and also made me like him a little bit more because I was like, oh, he's using it to help his friend. That's nice.
Temporarily.
Oh, and then they have that line where they're talking at the end, and the guys are grilling John, and they're like, you ever jump on a grenade? And he's like, yeah, 4 times.
A helmet, like a reinforced helmet or something. I did like when the Infest Nest, I forgot, the Flag Smasher girl, she
Charlie Morgenthau.
Yeah, she swats the Red Wing out of scare the little robot.
Oh, that pissed me off. I was mad. I like Red Wing. It was funny, and then Bucky's talking shit like, yeah, killed you. I want to do that myself.
Yeah. I wanted to do that.
Damn, I like Red Wing though. He's a little
that was cool. That was good. That was a good scene. I like that. So yeah, the awkward car ride after the fact, they give him a ride, and they kind of like, this is when Cap kind of goes kind of dickish for sure. He kind of condescending.
Not initially. He kind of was like trying to recruit him.
Yeah.
But that last little statement where he's like, "Yeah, Captain's wingman."
Yeah,
Cap's wingman.
Cap's wingman at my side, and he like, that's the word. So he walks off. What'd you think of that, Sarah?
I felt like he was in kind of a tough spot there. John Walker was, because it's like he was put in this position to be the new Cap, and he kind of has to work with these guys, or like they're going to keep showing up, and they are not giving him any leeway at all.
No.
Not that I think he deserves it by the end of the episode.
He's got new stepfather vibes. Like it's mom's new boyfriend coming in, trying to be like all cool and buddy with you. Like, I don't know you, bro.
Totally. And it's like at this point he hasn't done anything to really like directly piss them off. They just don't want him there.
Yeah.
So I thought he's kind of in a tough spot. Also, we learned during this whole fight scene that the Flag Smashers are stealing vaccines. Is that right?
That's where they all went. Yeah. That's what they. He said they were inside the truck. So maybe it's. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what the plot is, because the whole plot of the Flag Smashers, they want to put the world back to where it was before the blip. Before the people came back. Yeah. So so that's like their motivation. In the comic, it's there's a Flag Smasher character, and then there's his whole point is he wants to. kind of end the world's the nations of the world. He wants it's the one world nation kind of thing. He wants everything to be under one world, one world order and all that shit. So
Illuminati.
yeah, Illuminati all the way. All right, so this was my favorite part. Bucky tells him you need to meet someone. So he introduced him to Isaiah Bradley, the original, the first Captain America. So this Captain America, this even in the comics, this even predated Steve Rogers. So like the Tuskegee experiments, they experimented with super soldier serum on black folks before they even tested on Steve Rogers. He was like the test subject for the super soldier serum before they even tested it on Steve Rogers, and kind of the forgotten hero of that time, because he was never mentioned in the history books, never mentioned. Yeah, no one ever talked about him. He came in later. This was a later story. It wasn't like written back in the day. This was like a current story from like probably 20 years ago. So, but his grandson is the Patriot. The Patriot is, of course, part of the Young Avengers, which they've kind of been setting up in the last few, and definitely in WandaVision. You can see the twins right there. So there's definitely kind of building. I think they're going to be building up to that Young Avengers. So it was cool to see that. See Isaiah Bradley come up. So what'd you think of that, Sarah?
Well, I didn't have any of that context at all, but I loved this guy.
Yeah.
He was like
he's
my
a good actor. I've seen him before too. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he was probably my favorite part of the episode, because I was like, oh, he's clearly still super strong, but has been totally screwed over.
Yeah.
And just wants to be left alone. And, who can't relate to that? Except for I'm not very strong. But I haven't really been that screwed over. But being left alone, I get that part. And, so, but I did have a question. If he was a super soldier, how did he age?
They still age. Like,
yeah, so Bucky was frozen for a while, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Bucky was frozen periodically. He would be
and Cap as well.
Yeah.
For some reason in my head, I was like, oh, they just stay young forever. But obviously,
well, in the comic too, there was like Nick Fury in the comic was like, he fought in World War II, and he had a serum that would like keep him like youngish. So yeah, it's precedent for that kind of stuff. But yeah, they age pretty normally in the MCU. Let's see, Big Leo 415 Hoskins is Battlestar.
They said that. I didn't know.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, even my comic knowledge is limited sometimes. Nip, what'd you think of this little setup?
I liked it. I'm with Sarah. I didn't know the backstory about this, so it was cool you providing that for us. That was putting everything in context. But it was cool. The dude was intense, and you get it. Like she said, he's been fucked over. Didn't get any credit for any of the accomplishments he did. So of course he's going to be naturally bitter. So I get that.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know exactly what he was talking about with Bucky. What was the whole conversation exactly? What was the main points of it?
So basically
go ahead.
He was what I gathered, that he was on a mission and he fought Bucky, and he basically had to take Bucky down, and Bucky was trying to kill him.
Yeah.
So that's why he was like pissed when he saw him. Like, oh, you came here to finish the job. Like, that's what he thought.
So that's what he was referencing, the Hydra stuff. So that's when Bucky was. Okay.
Yeah.
Bucky was. Yeah, that's when Bucky was full Hydra. And
it sounds like he was the only one that was able to take Bucky down, because he said all of his friends went in and never came back. And then when he came back a hero and had done the job, they, tested on him for another 30 years, is what it sounded like.
Okay.
Yeah, not cool. Very.
Yeah, they're definitely. I like they're going deep into this Cap lore, because Cap is a very it has a very interesting backstory to a lot of it. So I'm glad I'm glad they're bringing this in. This is a big part of Cap's mythology in the past, even just recent mythology. So it's cool.
And then right after that, you get that scene. Were you going to talk about that?
Yes. Okay. My next note: racist cops.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a couple guys just arguing in the middle of the street, and of course the cops come up and want to get involved in making sure Bucky's okay, because the black guy's yelling at him. So I thought that
it's in Baltimore too, right? So
it's Baltimore. So yeah, that's like standard police procedure in there for sure. We get Bucky. Bucky's the one that gets arrested and stuff. and we have a whole little jail scene. So what'd you think of this, Sarah?
I'm glad they're highlighting this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can't speak on a like very personal level of like understanding exactly what's going on, but I'm really glad that they're highlighting it and they're talking about it. And this is something that probably like teenagers are going to be watching. So it's good that maybe they're having these conversations, or at least it's in their awareness of what's happening. So I just hope they do the topic justice, I guess. That's all I can hope for at this point, but I'm glad it's coming up for sure.
Yeah, and it's this is definitely it's definitely going to deal with a lot of race issues too, and because it's it's a black Captain America being built up here, so that's it's definitely something that's going to be it has to be tackled for sure, definitely in this show. So Nip, what do you think of this, man?
I liked it. I thought it was a powerful scene, and I'm glad that Disney itself is not shying away from it, because Marvel's like covered this type of stuff in the comics before, so it's good to see Disney like being a little edgier and dealing with some real type shit instead of just wizards and sorcery and
androids.
So no, it was a breath. I think it was a breath of fresh air, and I hope they continue down this road, because I mean these are real issues that are happening in real life right now in 2020, 21. All this stuff is starting to come out to light. So I thought that was dope. I liked that a lot.
Yeah, and going from WandaVision to this is definitely more grounded in reality. So it's definitely I love the tone shift. We get this weird TV show fantasy kind of thing, and now we're back in the real world and kind of dealing with this like espionage spy stuff. So yeah, I'm digging it for sure. So we get Bucky gets arrested. We get a scene in the jail. His therapist shows up. Somebody bails him out. He thinks it's her, but no, it's Cap, asshole Cap. He bails him out, and so they have the quick little therapy session where they have a little stare off, which I thought was pretty funny. Sarah, what'd you think of the whole therapy session?
This was probably my favorite part of the episode, honestly. Like, I thought it was really funny. And like everything they had to do just got more and more like cringy. They're sitting there, and then she talks about like the miracle question, and then she makes them face each other, and I was like, it was uncomfortable in a very funny way.
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, so awkward. Yeah, it was
oh
good.
My gosh, so awkward. But I like it. So.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun scene for sure. I like the therapist too. She's in some other stuff too. I've seen her in. So yeah. Nip, what'd you think of the therapy session?
It was funny. It was a good scene. More back and forth, shit talking and jabs, and just it was cool to see like them forced to actually kind of like get their feelings out, because you could tell there's a lot of shit going on between the two of them. So it was a necessary scene. But just the setup to that, you get Captain America, new Cap, fake Cap, whatever, being a dick again. The way he got him out, but you could tell he was already starting down the dickhead path. Yeah. And right after the scene, we see that.
Yeah.
In full force.
Basically, like, stay out of my way. Like, oh, you don't want to help us? Okay, well, stay out of my way. Like, first of all, who the fuck are you? Like, you just got into this fight. Like, so yeah, this is where he pretty much turns heel here. He turns full asshole. He kind of like, all right, this guy's a dick for sure. So Sarah, what'd you think? We finally get the true Cap being revealed. Not the nice guy we thought we had here.
Yeah. When he told them to stay out of his way, I was like, we're done with him. Absolutely not.
No second date for you, Cap.
Yeah. There was also, I forgot to mention, there was also another important line I felt like in the end of the therapy session where Bucky said to Sam, if Steve was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me.
That was a good line.
And I was like, ooh, I wonder what exactly he said to Bucky. Like, what's he wrong about? That he can
he had faith in Bucky that Bucky was still good. They were still good in him. It's just Luke with Darth Vader. They were still good in him. Like everybody counted Bucky out. Everybody wanted to kill Bucky. Everybody, thought the worst of Bucky. But Cap was the only one, and he saved his soul. So yeah, it's it's a good line. That's a really good line for sure.
Yeah, I think that's really kind of the crux of the conflict. There is he's like, you gave up the shield, which means Cap is wrong about you, and that means I must still be a bad guy somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have liked to see Falcon say that though, like I didn't know they were gonna fucking take the shield and give it to this guy. Did he say that? Did he say that?
I think they kind of, yeah. I think
he kind of I think in off jest he kind of mentioned like, hey, I didn't think that this was going to happen like this. Yeah, and he got set up dirty. Like, yeah, for sure.
I also get the vibe from Sam that he didn't think that it was ever going to happen anyways. Like, I get the vibe that he doesn't think that people would have accepted him as Captain America anyway.
Yeah.
For what?
Well, it's a burden for sure. It's like just becoming like one of the most iconic superheroes ever. Like it's a big burden for sure. So Nip, what do you think of the heel turn by fake Cap?
I wasn't surprised. I knew this dude like from the comics. I mean, I'm not huge on the comics, but I did read some as a kid, so I kind of remembered him being like a weirdo, asshole type of dude. And then I did like look around, did some cliff notes and stuff just recently to refresh myself, and yeah, pretty much the he's a strange guy. So I knew this was coming eventually. But yeah, all the misdirection early in the episode, you just kind of knew this dude was going to be a prick eventually.
Yeah. It
was like a warning shot, like stay out of my way. Like the villains say that type of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you've been Captain America for what, like 5 minutes now? You're trying to run shit. Like, come on, man. Like you have to earn those. Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah. And really, like, why did he even get picked? Because he got like 3 gold medals. That was like,
I guess they ran some tests and he's the one that came out of it. So
that's the other question I had. So when they're showing the footage, did he already have powers like before he got put on to the Captain America thing?
I don't think so. I don't think he has powers. He mentioned he's just a regular guy. He said he was I don't think he had any powers.
It looked like he had powers when he was throwing that shield though, because he was throwing that shit hard as hell.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that either because they talked about him being like top of his class in everything. But yeah, it did seem like he had something extra going on there.
Yeah, because Falcon doesn't have any powers either, and then in the trailer they showed Falcon practicing with the shield at some point.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
point. I guess you just have to practice with the shield, and you can.
That shield looks heavy as hell. It looks like a 30, 40 pounds.
And if you miss, you're getting your head chopped off like right away. Like if you like look away for a second or like mistime it, you like your arm's coming off or like something like so. Yeah, you better be careful with that.
I guess I just assumed he had powers because in the comics he was stronger than Cap actually, but Cap was a better fighter.
Yeah,
better tactician basically.
Yeah, he was more stable too. Like the U.S. agent was kind of insane, and he had I think he had a different version of the serum. I forgot what the origins were, but yeah, it's so we get that. We get to see the Flag Smashers again. They escape on an airplane this time. One of them sacrifices themselves, and so we cut to Bucky and Falcon, and we're gonna have to talk to him because somebody knows about this more than we do, and they talking about Zemo. Zemo's gonna be showing up, and that's how our episode ends. So Sarah, what do you think of this little setup?
That was a plot twist to me. I was like, oh, they're going to find him. Okay. Which makes me excited for next week. So that's awesome. And then I actually really liked the little bit extra that we got to see with the Flag Smashers because they're kind of in my head becoming a like relatable villain where it's like, they're not bad people. They just have a different way of going about the same goal that everyone else wants. I think they want peace. They want everybody to be happy or whatever, but they're going about it in a very weird way. But I think they have good intentions, which I like.
Yeah. Those are some of the best villains. The villains that think they're right. Like in comics, like Doctor Doom or Magneto. Their plans are they're in their mind it's for the greater good, but they go about it in. Yeah. Thanos.
You want things to be better, it's just only going to be better for half of you.
Yeah.
Well, they say good and evil is just a point of view.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So, one more thing in there. So, who is this power broker? They mentioned the power broker when that super soldier sacrificed himself to get them free.
Oh, right.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Right. This whole episode to me felt like a lot of introductions to things that they're gonna flesh out the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Like I'm hoping the Isaiah Bradley thing comes up again.
Yeah.
You know, we got a little bit more of the Flag Smashers. We're getting a little bit more of the relationships going on. We got a little bit more Cat, but like nothing really definitive here. It felt like a very, to me, like a setup episode.
Yeah, we kind of know who everyone is now. We know where everyone stands. We kind of know some motivations for most of the characters. So now I think we get 4 more episodes left. So I think we're gonna get more. Yeah, this is gonna be more. I think the pace is definitely gonna be more picked up for sure. Because the lot of scenes they showed in the trailer, we haven't even seen a lot of the action they have set up soon. So it should be interesting. So what'd you think of Zemo showing up again, Nip? I know you weren't a big fan.
I'm not a big fan of Zemo, so I could give a fuck. I was hoping he was dead or something. But we seen the trailer, so I knew he wasn't. So
yeah, I like the actor a lot. Daniel Bruhl, I think his name. He's a good actor. He shows up in a bunch of stuff, but I always thought he was a good actor. So I want to see Zemo do something like instead of like standing behind a desk. I want to see, because in the comics Zemo is a pretty badass character. So I wouldn't mind seeing Zemo do some cool shit. And we've seen some
he's good at hand combat, right?
Yeah, he's good
in the comics.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do y'all think he's going to be on the good side, the Bucky Sam side?
I think maybe he's probably going to be like a Hannibal Lecter kind of thing. I think they're going to go to him and like kind of get this information, and I think he's going to trick him and find a way to escape, and he's going to set up some shit for himself. Like in the comic, he's big in kind of uniting some of the villains and stuff. So I wouldn't mind seeing him kind of play that role going forward in the MCU, not necessarily here, but going forward, like him kind of collecting all these random villains and getting these guys together, team up and fight these Avengers, whatever they're going to be at some point.
Okay,
I agree with that.
All right.
Also, I thought it was funny that they went to Bratislava only because, like, my high school was watching this movie Euro Trip.
That was man, I forgot about that movie. Damn, that's
Bratislava, and it's like totally run down, and then they go to the club, and they're just like,
yeah, that's an old one.
Road Trip. I like Road Trip.
Road Trip's cool too. Yeah, it was like the trip movies. Yeah, Euro Trip, Road Trip. I think it was some other trip movie. Yeah, it's probably some directed video. We'll save that for the other our Euro Trip after show. So overall, would you give this episode, Sarah?
I think I'm still kind of around an 8. Like, I see what they're doing. I see that they're setting things up. I think the action sequences are really nice, and it's like blending really well with dialogue and background and character development. So I'm liking it, but I'm not like fully invested yet. But it's only the second episode, so that's okay, you know?
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you. I'll give it an A too. I'll go with you on that one. I love the Isaiah Bradley stuff. I hope they really. I hope we see some flashbacks. That'd be cool if we see some flashbacks to that, maybe that fight in the 50s. We kind of see what went down back then. Kind of see him how he went through the test and stuff too. But I love the dialogue. I love the interaction. I love a lot of the setup. So yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it for sure. But like you said, this is definitely a setup episode. We're gonna see some shit go down for sure. Nip, what about you, man? What did you give this one?
We got a unanimous decision because I agree. I'm gonna give it a solid 8. I like the pacing. I like the balance between the fight scenes and then you're still getting some storyline. So I've been pleased so far. I don't have too many gripes. Just the fact that Zemo's coming, but it's all right.
Right on.
Hopefully he's better than that. Hopefully he's better than the Civil War Zemo. Civil War Zemo was weak. He didn't fight. He didn't do anything. He was just like, I didn't even like his little plot. Was like, it was like whatever.
I think we're going to see some more of that for sure. Yeah. All right. Before we get out, any last words about the episode, Sarah? Before we get out of here.
No, I think I said it all. I'm excited to see where it goes, but I'm not completely hooked yet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. By next week, if you don't have Sarah hooked, it's your fault. It's your fault, MCU.
I will say WandaVision was similar. Like, I enjoyed it more towards the end. I would go back and rewatch the earlier episodes.
Yeah,
after we got more of the story there.
Yeah.
But
these episodes are essentially 2 WandaVisions each, so This is
Yeah,
like the fourth episode of WandaVision equivalent, basically.
Yeah. Well, we got some more. Got some more episodes, so
We're gonna get some twists. We're gonna get more characters. We already seen it in the trailers. So
yeah, we definitely have. Yeah, we have some more stuff coming for sure. Nip. So anything you want to say before we get out of here as far as the episode, and you want to plug the gold dirty bastards?
as far as the episode, like I said, just solid. I'm definitely liking it. I like the action scenes, so I'm good with it. This is a formula that's worked for me. I'm a fan of pretty much all the Marvel movies. I haven't really had any beefs. I know you've had some gripes with them, but I've been cool with all of them. So I like the pace we're going. Yeah, Gold Dirty Bastards. We got a sports focused podcast. We do talk a little bit of movies, hip hop, some other stuff like that. You could check us out. We have our own YouTube channel. It's Gold Dirty Bastards with a Z. And we record Tuesday nights. We usually do it like after the SF comic book company.
Yeah.
So if you check it out if you want.
Yeah.
And we have an IG too. Instagram is Gold Dirty Bastards with a Z. Post a lot of funny sports memes mostly and some stuff like that. So check us out.
Cool. Right on. All right. Check us out. Like the video if you watch this far. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Turn on those notifications, all that cool crap. We do this every week after the Falcon, after the MCU shows, pretty much. And we guess we get a break before we get to see Loki. So it'll be nice. Get our Friday nights back. Every week, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. we do our 8 p.m. Pacific. We do our SF Company Hour, our weekly show where we just talk comics, movies, whatever. We just had our Snyder Cut review. We had some of the Gold Dirty Bastards on there with a fun roundtable discussion talking about the amazing Zack Snyder Justice League cut. So yeah, definitely check that out. So cool. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Try to keep it short, but we 36 minutes. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Good for us. All right, folks. We'll see you guys next week, and keep watching. And see you guys next time.
Peace out.